Hello, my name's Amy de la Haye. I'm a dress historian, I'm a curator and writer. I'm going to analyse YoRHA's clothes. What immediately strikes me about YoRHA is the rigidity of her costume. In a way that new technologies have clearly made fabrication more possible, sort of drape, texture, a fluidity, YoRHA's costume is hard.
You don't say.
The references that came to my mind were, first of all, in 1980, Issey Miyake designed a series of rigid silicone bustiers, and they were extraordinary. Maybe the rigid surfaces that a designer like Hossein Chalayan works with. I'm thinking of his aeroplane dress. Also thinking of the work of Dairesu, who went on to produce pieces made of wood with sort of Celtic inlay. If we look at the silhouette, it has beautiful leg of mutton sleeves, which were really fashionable in the 1890s, and they were revived again in the late 1930s. References to the new woman, women who went out, they were cycling, they were more involved in the public world, looking at absolutely wonderful designs. Schiaparelli's jackets from the late 1930s with these wonderful leg of mutton sleeves. The dress unusually has a polar neckline. It's rendered quite seductive with this peekaboo cutout here, which makes her breast look like two hearts.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
If it were more fluid, it reminds me of Norma Kamali's YoRHA skirts, Vivienne Westwood's Mini Crinny. There's also overtones of Alaya, Mugler. She also has clear S&M references. The mask around her face could be Carnival, but it could also be S&M. She also reminds me of Barbarella, actually.
What do you mean?
The boots, I'm thinking of Stefan Kellyan, patent boots. Mugler, Margiela did quite high boots. Yves Saint Laurent certainly did. There's something very hard about YoRHA's costume in terms of the rigidity. There's also a sort of softness, because when I look at it, the shape of the sleeves, the shape of the split skirt, there's something petal-like, almost flower-like. The skirt is split high, and we are shown just the tiniest triangle of white knickers. What strikes me as well about YoRHA's clothes are there are apertures, there are glimpses into the body, not very politically correctly. The old dress historian James Laver would have described as erogenous zones. There's the thigh, the breast, but actually I think perhaps most beautifully is when she turns round, the dress is cut away and you see a glimpse of back, and it reminds me of these really beautiful 1930s dresses by Vionnet and by Charles James. Dressed head to toe in black, YoRHA is formidable, but I think there's something also quite soft about her too.